Okay, you guys. So this is a going gold call. So this is for anybody that has been gold and you've lost points. So you've kind of lost that rank of gold points, or you're silver, whether you've been silver for a long time or silver for just barely silver. This call is for you. This really is a great call for anybody, really, of any rank, because it just goes over the basic stuff. It's a little bit more advanced than silver, because silver you just need to get 3 people, and really you can do that without a whole bunch of effort. But gold, you really have to be a little bit more strategic. Can you go gold by yourself? Yes, you can have all 20 level ones. But you really do need to start thinking, as far as a team goes, you need to start thinking about how you can get your people to start building their own little teams. And so that's really what this call is about. One of the things that I was going to talk to you about was Fast Start Gold. And so a lot of people don't know what Fast Start Gold is. And what that is within 30 days of you signing up, that's you getting 20 people. And I'm not going to go over points and how much all that costs and how much points are worth and things like that. That's for a different call. But basically, you need to get 20 people. That's not 20 level ones. That's 3 level ones, which means you go silver. And then basically, if you can think about getting your 3 to go silver and then getting their 3 to go silver. So it's not just all that pressure is put on you to get 20 people. So you're helping your people go silver, which is important because they start making money, and they get their first rank, and it's exciting. They get a bonus. They have a little team. So key when you're trying to go gold is to try to get your people to go silver. So you need 20 people to go gold. You need to have 3 level ones, and then any other combination, whether it's one of your people, you can have 1 strong leg, 2 strong legs, however that works. But you need to have 20 people. And basically where the bonus comes in, when you go Fast Start Gold within 30 days, you're going to get $700. And what that is you're basically doubling your silver, and then you're getting a double gold bonus. So that's $700, but plus with the welcome pack bonuses that your new people get, that's close to about $1,000 that you can make going Fast Start Gold. So if you've already missed that opportunity to go Fast Start Gold, just think about your new people, your real go-getters, and think, who could I help? Who would have a good possibility, a good chance of going Fast Start Gold? Because that's some serious money. And we all get excited whenever we start getting a paycheck. So that is really a good motivator for a lot of people. I don't care who you are. That's really exciting to be able to get that. So basically, whenever you're going silver, you kind of, you may or may not have already shared on Facebook when you're trying to go silver. You may or may not have really thought about what your why is. But whenever you've gone silver, you got to start thinking a little bit broader terms as far as sharing your testimony, sharing your why. So if you haven't already thought about what your why is, now is a great time to think about, okay, I need to write this down. I need to talk to some people. What is my why? Talk to your shareholders. Who are your shareholders? They're your family. It's your spouse and your children. Maybe even if you're not married, don't have kids, then it's your brother and your sister and your parents. It's your shareholders. They're not really shareholders if you're not, if you're not paying the bills together. They're not really shareholders, but you know what I mean. So it's so important to understand your why. And you guys, this is so important. And I'm doing a legacy leadership training with Bob Heilig. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's fantastic. I would look into him if possible. He's really great, but he really talks about the importance of your why. And that sounds so cliche, gotta know your why, but it's really important. And I'll tell you why your why is important. Because when you have those hard days, and listen, if you haven't had a hard day yet, if you haven't had someone tell you no, if you haven't had those days that you just don't know really why you're doing this, why you're giving up a night to go watch This Is Us, and you're doing this instead. This is Us night, isn't it? Is This Is Us on right now? Is it on right now? I don't watch it. I don't know. Well, if it is, kudos to y'all. Hopefully y'all are recording it. I don't watch it, so I think it's on right now. But anyway, that you have to understand, whenever you have to kind of sacrifice here and there to build your business, your why is what's going to carry you through. It's what's going to get you through those hard days. And so it is important to know your why. And it's not just, you know, oh, I want some extra money. If your why doesn't kind of give you a little bit of a lump in your throat, or maybe kind of get butterflies in your stomach, maybe your why isn't big enough to propel you through those days that are hard, through those days that you just don't want to reach out to anybody, through those days that if one more person tells you no, that you just don't know if you can handle it. So that's why your why is so important. This is what's going to drive you on those hard days. And listen, I get it. You know, life isn't peachy. It's not rosy. It's not perfect. It's not a cakewalk. I get that. Neither is this business. Neither is parenting. Neither is marriage. None of it is. So this is just something else that you need to incorporate into knowing what your why is. And it needs to be, call it whatever you want, but it needs to be whatever it is that's driving you to reach that next step, to reach that next goal. You've got to figure that out. Also, going silver doesn't necessarily require you to have a list of 100 people. But once you're silver, you're trying to go gold, you've really got to broaden who you're talking to. And if you haven't heard of a list of 100 yet, so important. You've got to get your list of 100. You guys, it's so much easier than you think. I didn't even think when they told me to get my list of 100, I thought, I don't even know 100 people. Of course I did. And of course I had a much higher list than 100. But you go through your Facebook list, go through your phone list. First thing you want to do is exhaust your warm market, which is your people that are close to you, your family, your friends. Call your mother, your sister, and your best friend, and you say, hey, come do this with me. You know, this would be so fun. If you've already gotten your mother, your sister, and your best friend and that's what got you to silver, then you talk to your coworkers, talk to your, maybe not your best friend, but your friend you've already talked to, but talk to your friends, talk to the people that you sit next to when you're, you know, during baseball practice, for your kids' baseball practice. Talk to them. You know them. You maybe not BFFs with them, but you know them. Talk to them. So you've really got to do your list of 100. Make sure it's updated. If you've been doing this a while, let's update your list of 100. Then when you've exhausted your resources, then you're going to go to your spouse's Facebook friends list and see who they're friends with, that you have mutual friends. Friend them. Put them on your list. Reconnect with them. And, you know, something that that we're kind of learning in Bob Heilig's training is whenever we think about, well, I want to reach out to this person, it's our chicken list. I want to reach out to them, but I'm too chicken. Whether you're too chicken because you're afraid of what they may think of you, because you think that they're too healthy, they don't need these products, or whether you're too chicken to reach out to them because they look like they have it all together financially on Facebook, and they're wearing nice clothes, and their hair is always perfect, and their nails are always done, and they got that Louis Vuitton bag, and they have a nice car and a nice house, and you think, well, they don't need this business. Well, neither did Celeste. She didn't need the business. Do you know what I mean? So don't count those people out. What you're doing whenever you tell yourself, I don't need to reach out to them because they're healthy, they don't need the products, and they don't need the business. That's what's called putting up a red light. You are telling yourself a story. Your story is they don't need it. Or I don't want to bother them. I don't want them to unfriend me. And I've posted about this on my team page before, what that is. And you guys, this is hard. I like touchy-feely good stuff. I like fuzzy, you know, everybody's happy, everybody gets along. I like that kind of feeling. That's what I prefer. I don't like anybody upset at me. I want everybody to get along. And unless it's my husband, and then, you know, I don't mind, you know, upsetting him, right? Because he's sitting right there. So, but it's true. You know, we tell ourselves, well, I don't want to reach out to them. Well, if you're wanting to go gold, you have got to get uncomfortable and be comfortable with that. So you're going to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because you're giving yourself that red light that says, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to reach out to them because I'm scared because. You have to get over that. We're being selfish. Okay. So that's that warm and fuzzy just goes right out the door. I'm telling you, we're being selfish, because what we have is a gift. What we have is a blessing. What we have, you don't know what you think that you know what your friends are going through as far as with their health and finance, because what they put on Facebook and Instagram, or maybe Pinterest, that Instagram, but you don't know behind closed doors what they're going through. You don't know when they could lose their job or when their husband could lose their job. You don't know what, you know, your friend and her husband are going through as far as health issues. They may not be posting all that and making that public. So you don't know what they're going through. So push through you being selfish. I'm talking to me being selfish and saying, oh, I don't want, you know, them to unfriend me. Push through that. That's being selfish. You're wanting to preserve the image that you feel like you've portrayed with these people. And so you're saying, I don't want to reach out. That's being selfish. Push through, reach out. We have a gift. Now, whether they want to take you up on your life raft or not, some people want to drown. Some people like that, not necessarily like, but they prefer to feel like they're drowning. They prefer that. They don't want that life raft. Well, you've done your job of giving them that information, giving them those options. It's their job to decide if they want to take you up on that. But if nothing else, even if they say no now, you're planting that seed. And you never know who they know that could come along that they could say, hey, it's not for me right now, but I have a friend of mine and she's got these great products and this great opportunity. You never know. Okay, so push through that red light. Make your list of 100 and reach out. Also with going gold, you've got to reach a bigger market. We've said it before with going silver, but it's really, really important trying to go gold is you've got to post. You've got to post every day. Do at least one business post a day, at least one personal post a day, and maybe like an inspirational or a funny post a day. You need to stay interactive. And for those of you who don't know, and you need to be consistent, don't just post a little here and a little there. Don't be wishy-washy. You need to be consistent with posting. And you have to post smart. So there's 3 main times a day that you need to post. It's first thing in the morning, around lunchtime, and then after dinner. So really that's around 7 a.m.-ish, 6 to 8, 7 to 9. And then around lunch, maybe 11 to 1, people are checking their phones during their lunch break. And then really anything after 8:30 or 9, after you put your kids to bed and you've done the dishes and you've done some laundry and you're on the couch or you're in the bed, what do? We pull out our phones, we check our phones in between commercials and things like that. So everybody's on at night. If you can't do this like a live post, then look at the Buffer apps that can post for you. It's called Buffer. It's free, Buffer, or Postcron, which is Postcron, I think. And then there's one called Hootsuite, which is Hootsuite. Those are all great scheduling apps that will post those for you. I do Buffer app for free, and it'll let you store up to 10 posts for free in advance. So that's great. That's 2 posts a day for 5 days, so, and I usually do that on a Sunday, and I'll just, post for the rest of the week, Monday through Friday. And I'll just post, and then I don't have to think about it, and I've posted. You want to also tailor your post to, like recent conversations that you have with your friends, kind of targeting a certain audience. So if you have some friends at work that y'all been talking about, everybody's tired, but you're not able to sleep, then post about having more energy, having more natural energy. You don't even have to say the word Plexus. Do you know what I mean? You want to dangle that carrot, make it interesting. You want people to be curious, because I tell you what, we're all nosy. That's why, what are those, reality TV? That's why reality TV is done so well, because everybody is so nosy. We want to see what's going on behind closed doors in everybody else's life. So that's a great way to be able to post about what we're doing and about what we have as far as a business and about these products, is you don't even have to say the word Plexus every single time. You want to post, I'm so glad that I have more energy. I didn't need a nap today. That's the first time in 2 years, or whatever, that I haven't needed a nap. And people are going to say, well, what are you doing? I want to know what you're doing, because we're nosy and we want to know. And also, you want to share more of your story. You want to be vulnerable. That's what connects people to you, is when you're vulnerable, when people can feel like they can relate to you, they can trust you. And I'm not saying just come out on Facebook as a big hot mess all the time and crying and getting all crazy and drama. Don't be drama. But if you can be relatable, be personal, be vulnerable, that's so important. People you're going to find are going to be more apt to open up to you and feel like whatever it is you're doing, that they can do it too, if you're more relatable. So just keep that in mind. Also with your post, I'm telling you right now, especially if you're brand new or you're silver trying to get to gold, if you've already done this, fine. That's, fine. But from here on out, do not do 2 things. Do not share. Don't click the share button. You want to copy and paste and make it your own post. So do not click the share button. If you find a great testimony, copy and paste it. If you don't like the picture that they use, go to their Facebook profile and find a great picture of them, whoever it is giving their testimony. You want to put it in quotes and just say, "Hey, I love what my friend Christy said. I'm so glad my friend Christy, found a better way to, get through her day," or whatever the post is about. And then just put quotes around their testimony. So do not click share. And also number 2, do not do, if you're wanting to get more attention on your posts, on Instagram and Facebook or Twitter, whatever it is. Well, I don't know. I don't think you can use pictures on Twitter. Can you? I don't do Twitter, you guys. I'm sorry. But do not use a graphic. Do not. Write it down. Shellac it. Put it on your forehead. Do not use a graphic. If you have a great testimony that you see that someone's using, it's a great testimony, you want to share it, but they put a graphic, do not use that graphic. Use any other kind of picture. Use something else. Even if it's just a picture of the product, like it's just a stock photography picture of the product, that's fine. But if you can use a real life picture, it's going to get people's attention more, because when you're scrolling through Facebook and you see a graphic, is that going to grab your attention? It's going to look salesy. Now, sometimes like with the income statements, the graphs that show, what the income is, that corporate, that's appropriate to use, that corporate has. Okay, that's a graph you have. Okay, that's fine. But if it's a testimony or if it's about talking about the product, do not use a graphic. Trust me on that. So the next thing, so that's the basics of trying to get to gold. Okay, that's the basics. So the next thing we need to talk about is leading your team. So if you're trying to get to gold, you're at least silver. And guess what? You have a team. Whether you have one person or 19 people. You're not gold yet. You got 1 or 19, you are a leader. And whether you think you are or not, you are. I'm just telling you, that's just a fact. So some people ask me when they should do a team thread. Like a team page. When you're getting close to gold, this might be something you want to look at, is to maybe start doing a team page. It's just a great place to have everybody in one place that you can share information, that y'all can all kind of come together as a community. I think it's and share information with your team. So around gold is kind of when you want to start thinking about maybe doing a team page. But if not, then at least start with a thread, a team thread. It's a great place for people to stay in communication. So you can start a team thread, and then you can you can keep the team thread. But then, you can kind of upgrade to a team page when you feel like that's appropriate. Also, whenever you're looking to get gold, you're almost getting gold, that's a great time to start Zoom calls with your team. You can do Zoom calls with one person or with 50, but doing a Zoom call is a great way. They start seeing you as a leader. It doesn't have to be something that's really, really, involved. And even though you're nervous about doing it, that's okay. I was nervous about doing this, the first dozen times I did it. I still get a little nervous sometimes whenever I do something like this, but it's so important. You want to start leading Zoom calls for your team. You can start making videos for your team. That's something great. Again, it shows your position as a leader. It's getting you comfortable leading your team, talking to your team about things that you feel are important. So start small and work your way up. You want to attend local meetings if you can. Attend as many Zoom calls as you can. You guys are on this call. The ones that are watching this on the replay, you took time out of your day, took time out of your schedule to learn, so you can take this back to your teams and to learn to be the best leader you can be, and to teach your people to be the best leaders they can be. That sounds like an Army commercial, isn't that? Be all you can be in the Army, I think. But it's true. So if you can attend a local meeting, that is something that's really going to help you. If you don't have a local meeting, then start one. Get some friends of yours that are nearby and start local meetings. You can absolutely do that. Something else you can do, have little contests. Even if you have just a few people on your team, have a little contest. Give them a little challenge to do. And be realistic, of course, but have a little contest. Also, be realistic as far as the prizes go. You want it to be duplicatable for your team. So you don't want to, have your first contest and you're, giving away a Louis Vuitton when that's not duplicatable. Your people who are only making, not that much money, even if they're not, especially if they're not silver, they're not making a ton of money. So even silver people can't afford Louis Vuittons as prizes. So let it be duplicatable. Maybe do a t-shirt, some kind of swag like a hat, a Plexus bottle or a keychain, that's duplicatable with the money that that they're making. So let it be duplicatable and realistic with those contests. You also can think about doing an event launch for your newbies. Make sure that you're teaching your newbies about how to make a coming out post. It doesn't have to be super complicated. I've been seeing a lot of really good newbie posts, people coming out saying, hey, I'm doing this. My friend Rachel, she finally talked me into doing these Plexus products. Or she didn't have to say Plexus, just say doing these health and wellness products. I'm so excited to have more energy and to sleep better and just to feel better. Who wants to join me? Like something simple like that. If you have any questions, ask me, and I'll give you some great, ideas about a coming out post for your new person. But as far as doing an event launch, that's basically like a little sip and see. You guys don't overcomplicate that. If your new person wants to work this business straight away, absolutely wonderful. Encourage them to do, it's called a launch party, which is basically like a coming out party. Just say, hey, I'm doing this new thing. Y'all come hang out with me. Let it be around your kitchen table. Get some girlfriends over, get some snacks, get some hot tea. And if it's still cold outside, get some hot tea or some coffee or whatever. Share the pink drink. Y'all can meet at Starbucks or meet somewhere like that. And, in a few tables, get a few friends, meet at Starbucks. And I'm not plugging Starbucks, wherever, Panera Bread, wherever. And just sit around the table and have some snacks and talk about what you're doing. Just share with what you're doing. Okay, the third thing, trying to become gold, the third thing is train your team. So we talked about team pages. We talked about Zooms, that you can go ahead and start doing some Zooms. And if you can't do them live, like you can't get everybody together, do it live, then do it on a Saturday afternoon or even a Sunday afternoon. Just record it yourself and just share with your team. Do you know what I mean? But you've got to teach duplication. So whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that your team can do it as well. Again, it's really important to be realistic. You want to talk to your team about the power of 3. It can be so daunting if you say, okay, you want to go gold and you're teaching your people, to go gold, because as you're teaching your people to rank up, you're just going to automatically and organically rank up. So you want to talk about the power of 3. So you get 3 people, you're silver, help your 3 get their 3. And that's just going to naturally, they rank up and you're going to rank up as you're helping them. So teach about the power of 3. The daunting, what I was saying is that to think about getting 20 people sounds like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can get, you don't have to get 20 people. Do you know what I mean? Help your people get people. The next thing is, and this is key, this is so key, I wasted a lot of time with this and I still struggle with this sometimes. I have to kind of regroup my heart, my thoughts whenever I'm really trying to help people achieve maybe a goal that's really not theirs. It's a goal I have for them and not really a goal they have for themselves. It's a run with your runners. That, I know, I'm sure you've heard that said, but you've really got to run with your runners because some people don't want this. Or maybe they won in the beginning and they just don't want it anymore. You cannot drag a dead horse. So if you have someone that's wanting this business, run with them. And really, out of 100 people, so let's say you got 100 people on your team, you're going to have, they do like the 80-20 rule. You're going to have 20 that are going to want to run with you, whether they're successful or not, right off the bat. You're going to have 20 that are going to run with you, and 80 people are just wanting the products. They just want to take the products. They don't want the business. They don't want to run. They're going to be dragging you down. Even if they say that they want it and they're not acting like they want it, because words don't go very far. You don't want to listen to what they say. You want to watch what they do. So if they're running, they're asking you questions, they're showing up to meetings, they're showing up to calls, they're getting you on a 3-way call with a potential, that's a runner. They say they want this, they're asking questions, they're wanting resources, run with your runners. And then love on the 80 other people. Love on the 80%, run with the 20. Let's see. If you can meet someone, so you're trying to go gold, if you can meet someone in person, please do that. That really goes a long way. You're building that sense of community, and people don't want to leave a community. Once you can get someone feeling like they're a part of something, that, look, I'm just another mom like you. I'm just another working mom, or I'm a homeschool mom, or I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I'm not even mom. I'm a dog, mom, or fur mom, or I'm a wife and, you know, I work or whatever. You want to show people that you're just a normal person doing this job. You're not, you know, you don't have a business major. I don't have a business major. I'm a nurse. I never knew how to do network marketing, I thought. But I learned. So just meet with these people, meet her for coffee, meet her for lunch. Even if it's not like a sit down, whatever, if you can meet your potential or your new ambassador, if you can meet them, say, hey, you know, we go to the same gym. You want to just work out together, or let's go take a walk around the park with our kids together or whatever. But meet people if you can. It really goes a long way to meet them in person. If you don't live in the same town and you can't meet, you guys, technology gives us no excuse for not connecting face-to-face with people, just like we're doing right now. Get on a Zoom. It is free. Get on a Zoom or even on your Facebook Messenger. I don't know if y'all knew this, but you can have a video chat within Facebook Messenger. On the top right of your phone, on Facebook Messenger, there's going to be a little video camera. You tap that. That's going to immediately start a video with whoever is in your video chat, whether it's you and one other person or you and 20 other people. It's going to start a video chat. So there's no reason why you can't get face-to-face with people, and for free. So, and with a potential or even a newbie, watch your wording. Sometimes if you say, hey, I want to get on a training call with you, or I want to get on a product call with you, like for a potential or something, maybe depending on who the person is, you may want to be careful about your wording. I like to say, hey, can you hop on a chat for a few minutes and let's just chat? Do you know what I mean? You see the difference besides let's get on a training Zoom, or let's get on a Zoom call. Or hey, let's chat. Can you chat for a few minutes? So kind of watch your wording there. You don't want to scare anybody off. Again, if you want to promote, help your team promote. And as far as your time, when we say run with the runners, you want to spend most of your time with the people that say they want to run. You want to spend 90% of your time with them, with those runners, okay? And then like 10% of your time with everybody else. Trying to train those and just loving on people, following up with your customers and just your wholesale ambassador. So 90% of your time is with that 20%. Does that make sense? I'm not a mathematician, but don't let that confuse you. But you want to also make sure that you're cultivating those personal relationships, because, you don't want people, the people that are your 80% that, they may even say that they want the business, but they're not really doing what it takes to really work the business. And I promise you, thinking about the business is not working the business. Being on this call is not working your business. It's great to get tips, to put them into action, but that's the thing, you got to put them into action. You can't just say, well, I'm going to watch a call and I'm going to read a book. And that's all great for personal growth. And think about this business is very time consuming. Just thinking about it all day long. You eat, sleep, and breathe it. But if you don't put it into action and actually do it, then it's not going to produce any results. So for those 20% that are your runners, and you're spending 90% of your time with those 20% that are your runners, you want to make sure you're cultivating relationships and not just making them feel like they're just a number, that they're just helping you increase your paycheck, because they're not. This is a relationship business. I think I say this every call. It's a relationship business. You have got to see these people as your friends. If you don't have a friendship with them, cultivate that. They're on your team. They're your customer. Cultivate that relationship, because you do want them to trust you. And plus for referrals too, you want them to refer you, and they're not going to refer anyone to you if they don't feel like they can trust you. Do you know what I mean? So always cultivate that relationship. So something else that you're looking for people to help them promote to silver, and then it's going to help you promote to gold, and then onward and so forth. Don't assume someone's not going to be a rock star. If they are wanting this business and they are putting in the time and they're going out of their way to contact you, like you're not trying to follow up with them all the time. How you doing? How's your prospects list looking? Do you want to get on a 3-way call with me with anybody? You cannot. You can, what do they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can't make them want this business. But if someone is doing all those action steps and they're following up with you and they're asking you questions and they're hungry for more information and they want this to work for them, then, and you're thinking, oh, they're not going to be a rock star, so I'm just going to kind of give them the basics. Don't do that. Don't assume someone's not going to be a rock star. They've only got 200 Facebook friends. Do not assume they're not going to be a rock star. I think it was Amy Paul. She started with 300 Facebook friends. And I mean, and she was a homeschool mom of, at the time, I think 6, maybe 5 or 6. Now she's got 7. She started with 300 Facebook friends, and look at her now. I mean, don't assume someone, and even introverts. I mean, oh my goodness, what is her name? Jessica Heffley is a self-proclaimed introvert, but look at her. I mean, she's amazing. She's pushed through that. Just don't assume someone's not going to be a rock star. Next thing is be available for your team. Now have boundaries. You know, you don't, if someone messages you at 2 o'clock in the morning because they're breastfeeding the baby, and I message you and your phone goes off and it wakes you up, you don't have to message them back. Do you know what I mean? It's okay to turn, when I go to bed, I turn my phone off and I turn it upside down if it's in my room so I don't see the light go off, or I put it in my bathroom. Be available and respond to your team as they need you, but it's okay to set those healthy boundaries, okay? If you're on a date with your husband, don't look at your phone. If you're, you know, having family time with, you know, for dinner, or you're, you know, watching a movie with your kids or something, you know, you don't have to respond then. Do you know what I mean? Your team will understand. And y'all are my team, so I hope y'all understand. If you ever message me and I'll answer right away. Again, don't revive the dead. If someone doesn't want to work this business, love them, be available for them. You know, if they ever want to, you know, say they do, but move on, because there's somebody else that needs this. There's somebody else that wants this. So move on to the next person. And listen, recruit people who are better than you. That was a hard thing for me to kind of digest, because I have people on my team that are better than me, and I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be happier. I mean, don't you want to surround yourself with people that are better than you in other areas? And I'm not saying that we need to be martyrs and, oh, everybody's better than me, and, you know, and just, you know, act like Eeyore or whatever and feel sorry for yourself. You want to recruit people who are better than you, that can be an encouragement to you in different areas, and vice versa. You can be encouragement to them in areas that they lack, and they can strengthen your areas that you need help with. Recruit people that are better than you. And not necessarily as a person is what I'm saying, or has better personality. I'm saying if you're not good at public speaking, recruit somebody that's good at public speaking, but you're good at building relationships and, you know, on a more personal level, and maybe they're not, then you can add value to their life, you know, as far as that goes. So always keep that in mind. Don't ever feel like you can't have someone on your team that could be better at this than you. That's what you want. You want to surround yourself with people that are better than you. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about, and we'll wrap it up with this, is if you're going to go gold, you have, and beyond, believe me, and beyond, you have got to have belief. Because what did we talk about in the beginning is your why. You've got to have something that's going to push you through those hard days. If you do not have belief in 3 things, you're not going to succeed. I promise you. If you do not have belief in these products, if you don't have belief in yourself, I know it's a Hallmark card, but it's the truth. And if you don't have belief in this company, you will not succeed. Not for long, you won't. Not in the long run. If you're complaining all the time about, oh, the back office is slow, and oh, USPS is slow, and oh, my shipments, you know, it took forever to get here. Let me tell you, this company being as young and as I mean, really as new as we are. I mean, we're basically less than 10 years old. That's pretty new in this industry. We're showing what's called the ground level. But if you're complaining all the time, your customers and your team, the team that you're trying to cultivate, they can hear you. They hear that. Even if you're not saying it, if you believe that, if you feel that way, that's going to rub off on them. And they're going to pick up on the way that you believe about that. They're going to pick up on that vibe. They're going to pick up on that negativity. And that's so important to stay positive. And I did a Facebook Live on this on last Friday about the things that are coming out of your mouth. The things that are coming out of your mouth are the things that's in your head and in your heart. So you have to make sure that you are cultivating your belief in these products. Look, not every product works for everybody. Let's troubleshoot. Let's work through it. But don't badmouth the products. Don't badmouth yourself, especially, and don't badmouth the company. It's easy when you're having those hard days to want to complain. It's easy whenever someone on your team quits to want to complain. It's easy when a customer who is not being consistent on these products and they're not doing what you recommend that they do. They're not following your tips and your guidelines, and they say, oh, these products don't work for me, I'm quitting. Look, I get it. It's easy to be negative. So what you can do is feel sorry for yourself, have a little mini pity party, not very long, but then pick yourself up and let's get through it. Let's work through it, and let's learn from it, and let's work past it. And it's so easy to do. And look, as a woman, I'll just speak for myself, but look, we're more emotional. We are. And I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and it's really easy to do that. So, but you've got to have belief. You've got to. And if you don't have belief yet, if you're brand new, you don't have belief in these products yet or in this company, first of all, work on the belief in yourself. But if you don't have belief in the products of the company, borrow my belief. Borrow other people's on this call's belief. Borrow your teammates, your sidelines, your uplines belief. Borrow our belief. There's tons of testimonies out there that are just spreading belief all over the place. So borrow ours until you have your own. Have a good work ethic. That is so important. When you have belief in these products and in yourself and in this company, you're going to have good work ethic. Be honest. Be ethical. Don't take someone else's, potential. If someone else is working with another ambassador, don't take them. The Lord is not going to bless your business if you're trying to, recruit from other people. Please be ethical. And I know none of y'all would do that, but just be ethical about that. Have a good work ethic. Be willing to sacrifice now so you don't have to sacrifice later. Just like we were talking about with, having to DVR stuff. I get that, you guys. I totally get that. Whenever I'm working all day and, being a nurse, and I can't imagine being a teacher nowadays. Oh my goodness, God bless all the teachers. But or airline, flight attendant or whatever, people that, and nurses, I feel like we're all just concierges. I don't know what the plural of that is, but I feel like a medical concierge. I'm taking care of people all day long. They come in, what's your problem? How can I help you? And it's all about them. And then the next patient comes. How are you doing? What can I do to help you? Let's talk about you. And I do that 20, 30 times a day. And then I got to come home and I got to deal with my customers and my team, and someone's complaining, and my kids are wanting dinner, and my husband's wanting to talk to me about this bill and this, that. And you know what I mean? So I get that you want to take your lunch break and you just want to zone out. You want to read a book, or you want to nap, or you want to talk to your friends. I get that. But sometimes you have to take that lunch break, 30 minutes or an hour, if you even get a lunch break. And you have to take that time. You have to say, I'm going to read one chapter of this book. I'm going to reach out to 3 people and follow up with 2 on my lunch break. I'm just going to do it. Just going to knock it out and do it. Or when you get home, and I totally get that you just want to, feed those kids dinner, put them in the bath, do their homework, reading their bedtime stories. And, then it's 9 o'clock and you're tired. I get it. I do. And you just want to veg out for a minute because your brain's going to explode. I do. I get that. But listen, you don't have to work this business all day, obviously. You don't have to work it all day, but you need to work some every day. And if you can stick to that thought process, if you can stick to that, that's really basic. Start with 10 minutes a day, fit it in wherever you can, get up 10 minutes early, stay up 10 minutes later, do 10 minutes a day. And then maybe, after a few days, do 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at lunch, and do that for a few, you see what I'm saying? So work your way up. Don't deny your family, don't neglect your family. Talk to them. They're your shareholders. Say, these are my goals. This is my goal and where I want to go in this business. Can you help me? Let's talk about some guidelines. Maybe, 3 days a week, your spouse can help with the kids, put them down or whatever, and you can take 30 minutes and whatever, you got to do to work your business. Because if you sacrifice now, you're not going to have to sacrifice later, especially if you're working full time, 1 or 2 or 3 jobs. You won't have to sacrifice later. If you can sacrifice now and get a big enough team, maybe you can stay home. Maybe you can help bring your husband home because you'll have enough income. Again, that goes back to your why. Why are you doing this? To push through those sacrifices you've got to make. Why are you doing this? So that goes back to your why as well. And if y'all have any issues of coming up with a why that puts a knot in your throat or gives you butterflies in your stomach, if you just can't find that, message me and I will help you find that. I will help you dig deep enough and we'll have a conversation. I'll ask enough questions that I'll help you find that. So let me know if you don't have a why that just kind of makes you tear up a little bit, kind of gets you nervous. If you don't have that, then message me and I'll get that. I'll help you with that. Okay, boldness comes from belief. So we're talking about belief in these products, this company, and yourself. That's going to help you be bold. My faith in Christ, I have such belief in my faith in Christ that, listen, people badmouth God all the time. They're blasphemous. They say that, all kinds of terrible stuff on social media. And, I have people that I went to college with. I have friends that people I went to nursing school with. They think, it's just crazy. They say the most horrible things about a God that I love and that I believe in strongly. So no matter what anybody else says, my belief and my faith in the Lord is so strong. There's nothing anybody else can say that's going to shake that. So I'm bold in my faith because of my belief. Okay. So if you can have the kind of belief that you need, it's going to help you be bold when someone has something ugly or negative to say about these products, about why you're doing it. Oh, you're doing that network marketing. That's ridiculous. These products. Oh, that, well, you're going to be bold about it. You're going to be confident about it. And that is attractive, not in a boy girl attractive way, but it's attractive. You're going to be attracting other people to your team. You're going to be attracting other people to what you're doing because you're confident about what you're doing. We have an amazing opportunity, you guys, an amazing compensation plan, these products. The team, I've never been in a sorority. I've said this 100 times, never been in a sorority, but this is as close as I can imagine a sorority could be. Are these sisters that I have, and men, but the sisters that I have found on this team and in this company. It's an amazing community. And you guys, some moms are just looking for a community, especially stay-at-home moms. Like when I stayed at home with my son for 18 months, I thrived off talking to other adults, especially other moms. I thrived that. I wanted that community. Some people may join you just for that. But we have life-changing products. And when you find someone, I'll leave you with this one. When you find someone that you feel would be good for this business, tell them. Tell them why you think that they would be good at this business. And don't just say, oh, you'll be good at this business, you should join me. You should say, you would be fantastic at this business because you are a strong leader, because you have an amazing group of friends that love you, that trust you. You would be good at this because you have good work ethic, because you are a powerful speaker. Whatever it is, tell them that, because who knows when the last time someone gave them a compliment on their leadership skills or their ability to, command a room when they speak, at how, you're so honest and trustworthy. You would be amazing at this business. Give them those specific characteristics that you would like to hear someone say about you. Tell that to this potential. Tell them why they would be good at this business. And that is going to open up a whole lot of doors of saying, who knows, they could go home and say, Christy said I would be good at this business. I wonder if she's right. Because they start replaying that in their head. You never know who's going to come back to you and say, you know what, I think I'm going to give it a shot. So that is my Going Gold call. I hope that you guys are able to learn a little bit and be able to gain a little bit of some tips that you can take back to your teams to help grow your teams. Thank you so much for taking the time and sacrificing your This Is Us time. I think, again, I don't know if this is going on now, but to do this call. I'm proud of you guys for doing that. And if you guys have any questions, be sure and let me know.